Raptor Island from Hayball Games is a fast-paced action card game for 2 to 5 players. Let's see how it sets up. Setup for the game is simple. Simply shuffle the cards and place them into the centre of the table. Players will then take the top 3 cards into their hand. If any of the cards that they take at this point have the trigger immediately sign on them or are Raptor cards, they are placed to the bottom of the deck and their effects are ignored. Your hand count is then effectively reduced for the time being. On your turn, simply draw a card and add it to your hand. If it's a Raptor card, this must be placed immediately in front of you unless another player has a card such as this that may attract the Raptor to them. You then need to get rid of that Raptor in order to survive. One card that can do this is the Tranquilizer Gun, as you can see here. If you don't have a card that can do that, if you end your turn with a Raptor that was there at the start of your turn, you are then eaten, and all cards in your player area and in your hand must be shuffled and put back into the deck. Play continues with players taking 1 card from the deck and playing 1 card from their hand up until the point when they have the necessary fuel and dino DNA and they can escape the island. When fuel cards are played into the fuel stockpile next to the deck and discard pile, they are fair game for any player to use. So only play fuel if you're hopeful you're going to win. Otherwise, stockpile them into your hand and make it harder for other players. In the deck are 4 Raptor cards, each with unique art. They look stunning, and this is so they can all be easily identified. As the deck gets smaller and more cards join people's hands and the discard pile, the chances of drawing a Raptor card becomes higher and more dangerous for everyone. The Safehouse Key card controls this, as it shuffles the discard pile back into the deck, which makes the deck bigger and dilutes it for one of the nasty Raptors. If you're doing well, play it and keep the deck big. If you're doing badly, keep it in your hand and make it dangerous for other players. The Gallimimus card is very powerful. Not only does search of the deck for a DNA with the Gallimimus card give you the potentially one of the winning conditions, it also gives you visibility on how well the other players are doing. While searching the deck, if there's very little DNA in there, then you know that the other players must have them in their hands. You can use this knowledge to your advantage. The art in the game is absolutely stunning. It really brings across a deep sense of the theme that they're trying to create here. There's obviously a sense of nostalgia with a game like this. It takes you back to certain movies of our childhood, and I think that's quite deliberate with what the designer's trying to do here. But the game definitely has its own style and sense that really excites me. I love playing the game and drawing new cards and seeing how they're going to help me. This is a fantastic game. I can't wait to see it hit to Kickstarter.